Hey, what is up, guys? It's your boy Speed here, and today we're going to be doing a draft analysis plus game analysis of the game between Team Secret and Team Liquid. This was game 2 between the teams, where Team Liquid was able to take the victory. I'll quickly show you guys the post screen. We had a really close game. I honestly thought that the main key factors here was I thought it was a great sniper last pick. They had a really good sniper last pick. I thought this was a disturbingly free Brood game considering how early they picked it. So all in all, I kind of want to talk about the draft. I definitely felt that this was a really hard Team Liquid outdraft for a couple of reasons. So getting into it, let's talk. Also, I want to tell you guys that if you've been struggling with solo queue and you're looking to get to the next rank, I'm going to be able to help you. Like literally with the Game Leap website, I'm going to give you guys guides that are going to make it unbelievably clear on what you need to do. So if you've been stuck in the solo queue grind, you don't know what to do, and you want to become absolutely broken, but like actually you want to become much better at Dota, and you want to take it more seriously, the Game Leap website is going to help you do that. So click the link down below. I'm going to help you get to the next rank, and I'll see you there. We start with a couple bans, nothing crazy coming out from the bans, all pretty standard. We get a CM ban from Team Secret. We see a Marcy ban from Team Liquid, very standard when the enemy team has first pick. One of the most common first picks right now is Marcy, because that hero does everything pretty well. Then we see a Lesh ban, Lina ban. The Lina ban's kind of crazy. It almost felt like, hey, we're going to ban Lina, and if you give us Lesh and you don't ban Lina, then we feel like you don't have a good answer. But I mean, I feel like there's a lot of Lesh answers, but Liquid bans it out anyway. Team Secret goes for the Silencer first pick, which, I mean, I don't know, man. I would have preferred that they don't ban the CM and they pick the Silencer. That's my personal take. The reason why is like hindsight's 2020, but Liquid won every single game with Brood this tournament. I'm pretty sure like they didn't lose like almost any games with Brood, almost none. And like you pick Silencer, and Silencer's just so awful against Brood. It's just so awful. You can't kill the spiders at some point. But the big thing is the lane, right? You might be like, oh, it's a spider thing, right? It's like, yeah, the spiders are not good. You don't deal with the spiders. Global doesn't do shit to Brood. But like, the thing is, it's not even that. It's the lane. Against Brood and lane, you want an ability that deals with insatiable hunger. You want attack speed slows. You want roots. You want Crystal Maiden, right? They don't have Crystal Maiden. They have damn Silencer. So you're like, oh, okay, they pick Silencer. Let's pick Brood. Right then and there. And honestly, I thought that Secret might go for a pivot. They might be like, okay, let's put this Silencer off lane. We don't want this hero against the Brood, but they you know, I get Silencer off lane. It's kind of cheesy. It's weird. They've done it though. But we see the Tusk come out. I actually don't really like Tusk with Brood that much. I think it's okay, but it's not like the best lane partner. But I think they see it as like a game thing as well. Right, at some point in the game, you really want stunts with Brood. Brood is no initiation. Tusk is your, one of the main initiators in Dota. It's a decent lane with Brood. They go for the Monkey. So I think Secret's just like, hey, okay, this was their concept. We think Monkey is so good against Brood that we're going to pick it anyway, right? I mean, we're going to leave the Silencer. We're going to take the Silencer, and we're going to be like, okay, even though Silencer's awful against Brood in lane, we'll pick Monkey King and that will suffice. But it doesn't suffice. It doesn't suffice. It can suffice if the enemy isn't good, but I don't know. I just think that Brood's not even that bad against Monkey from what I've seen now. Like I used to think it was, but I don't know. I don't even think it really is. So yeah, we'll see this play out. So a couple bans, not gonna focus on the bans too much. Just get into the picks here, a little bit of pick action. So coming out, we get the Jakiro, pretty standard for Team Liquid. I like this pick for them. They need some follow-up damage, like some burst damage in the early game. The Jakiro rounds out their draft. It also protects against like Visage picks that Secret could go for here. Like it's pretty good against Enigma, it's pretty good against Visage. It's like pretty good against those heroes that they could pick on Team Secret here. I was surprised Enigma just got pretty ignored overall. So we see the Nyx come out. I can't really say why I get the Nyx pick. I don't think Nyx is that good against Brood at all. Like it doesn't really scout Brood too well. I feel like if you want a hero that counters Brood, you should pick like Spirit Breaker, as weird as that sounds. And then they go for the Primal, which is like a flex to offlane or mid, so it keeps their lane open. It makes it really hard to counterpick on this pick, because you don't know exactly what this Primal Beast is. Team Liquid, they go for kind of, I don't want to call it a flex pick, but like Tiny does well against Primal Beast mid, and if Primal Beast is offlane, which is what we end up seeing here. So this Tiny pick was really great. It works well with the Jakiro, it works well with Brood, because these two heroes just need a ton of setup. So you might be like, oh, it's too much setup, right? You have too much setup, not enough damage. But Brood and Jakiro do a ton of damage, so having like these more setup-y heroes early game is fine. You'll still have damage because of your other two picks. So I thought it was solid. I also think Nyx is really bad against Tusk. Basically, the snowball blocks Spike Carapace damage. So if you snowball into the Nyx Carapace and then punch him, you don't get stunned or take the damage back from the punch. The punch just goes straight through, which I learned recently too. Pretty cool. Either way, moving on, we see the Quap come out. I didn't get the Quap pick at all. I'm not gonna lie, I straight up don't get the Quap pick. I guess it's like, this is the Tiny mid counter. I think it was the Tiny mid counter, and then they put the Tiny safe lane, which was, I think, really great from Team Liquid, which is where I thought the draft really came to not a close here, but Sniper does great against quad mid. You might be like, oh, it's not good against all this jump, but it's fine. It's fine. You have so much initiation. You have a frontliner. You have a pipe from the Brood. Like, this Primal Beast isn't going to solo kill the Sniper. Like, Monkey King, it's not that easy for Monkey King to get on Sniper. As long as he has some vision, right? Which the Brood provides so much vision. Right? Brood provides the vision with the spiders and just frontlining. There's so much frontline. I don't know. I thought the Sniper pick just works. So, overall, yes, I'm biased because I know Team Liquid won the game. But even from that, I thought that if this Silencer is a CM, they have a good chance of winning this game. Like a really, like a much better chance of winning this game. But no, yeah, I think that was a mistake. All right, basically what we'll see about this lane, because I want to quickly, like, I'm just going to be going through the game as a whole, but what I want to say is, like, this lane is Monkey King favored overall. At least it should be. But the thing is, I don't know. Crystallis makes this weird play where he skills Tree Dance. I guess I don't know what the concept is. I don't get why you would skill Tree Dance. I guess it's like you think you can go on the Brood or something, but I just think that the Jingu level 2 is too important. It's just nearly a doubling in damage and 15% more lifesteal. I just think it's too good, right? I just think it's a little bit too good. I guess it helps you get away from Silk and Bola like we saw there, but this is also why I don't like the Silencer. It doesn't have a range creep secure. And I think the key thing in this lane that Secret really just didn't understand. They didn't understand how it plays out. I'm going to make it very clear to you guys. If you have a hero that can prevent Monkey King from ever having to cast Boundless for range creeps, the Brood can't go on Monkey King. But anytime that Monkey King casts Boundless, he's vulnerable. He will die. He will lose the trade to Insatiable Hunger, Silk and Bola if he doesn't have Boundless Strike. But Silencer can secure the range creeps, not conveniently. He can't do that, and then he doesn't slow the attack speed of the Insatiable Hunger attempt. So you just have this lane where it's like, okay, the Silencer doesn't help the Monkey King go on the Brood because it's not a real disable hero. It's a chip hero. You know what Brood doesn't care about? Chip damage. Brood, if you try to chip Brood down, Brood just laughs in your face. You want to know why? You heal from Insatiable Hunger and you have 5 HP regen from Spinweb. You're not going to get chipped down from Silencer. The Silencer hero is absolute donk against Brood. It might be the worst Silencer matchup in the game, and I'm not just saying that. I actually think you could argue that. It's just always bad. There's not a single point in the game where I'm like, yeah, this matchup is like favorable for Silencer. Like at all. There's nothing. Even global is not good. There's like nothing. There's nothing good. So yeah, in this lane, pretty even, right? Nothing crazy. We do see a go. I think this was even, yeah, no, there it is. Right? That's what I'm talking about. It's just them saying you use Boundless aggressively. You use Boundless. Even though he doesn't even have Insatiable here, they don't even need it, right? No Insatiable, but they know that the Silk and Bola is just too much. It's just too much. You use your Boundless, you can't heal now, and so what he ends up doing is, because he can't heal right away, now he's going to heal now, right? But this is a level 1, it's level 1 Jingu, so it doesn't give him that much. It doesn't hit any heroes, so it really doesn't give him that much. And now he has to use Boundless again, because he didn't have it before, his Jingu's weak, and now he dies. Right? They make the correct play of he doesn't have Boundless. Silencer doesn't do anything. Like, look, Puppy's trying to body block. He's trying to body block. Really? Is that gonna work? No, it's not. So yeah, it's really unfortunate. I thought honestly the use of Boundless from Crystallis in this lane was a mistake. I understand he doesn't want to get his range creep denied, but dying to this Brood is just so bad, right? Like, yes, you can pressure him after you heal, so I guess it's not the end of the world, but this Brood's beating a Monkey King on CS. He's died now. It's just a complete disaster, right? You pick this counter pick and you lose. Like, picking, and Monkey King is not a hero that dominates the mid game. Like, I hate playing Monkey King without a good game. I just think that this hero without a good game just struggles. It just struggles because, like, Wukong's just a hard ability to use, and I don't think that, like, the control from Team Secret is that reliable. Nyx Assassin is like short range and unreliable. Doesn't buy blink a lot of the time, and same thing with Primal. Like, the Q ulti is just not, I don't know, it's not that reliable of disable. It's not as good as having like Tiny Tusk or something like that, right? It's just way less reliable from my perspective. So I definitely just didn't like, I didn't like that from this perspective. So on top of that, I guess, did the Quap solo kill the Sniper? So it looks like some crazy stuff happens mid. It's a max dagger build from Quap, which is really crazy. If the Quap loses mid with max dagger, it's not going to be good. So it looks like they picked these 2 lane dominators on Secret and then didn't own their lanes, which is like a disaster. And he maxed the dagger too, which is, I guess him saying like, if I max Scream, I'm just going to get crushed. But you can see here, I mean, he was doing pretty well actually. I mean, he's level 6 before the Sniper is. No, but they're even on net worth, so it doesn't matter too much. It's not like Sniper even needs level 6, but they go on the Quap. Okay, they get a push back, but oh my god, the Quap just dies. Yeah, but he gets a Sniper kill. So all in all, the Quap did pretty well mid, but still, he had a max dagger, which means he's going to have to roam, right? And now you have a Monkey King who can't flash farm. Primal Beast doesn't really flash farm unless he wins his lane. You have no one farming the map, so like you have to pray to God you can get pickoffs and make plays happen. Otherwise, your game's going to feel so awkward because you just can't, you're going to get out farmed. Like, this Brood's gonna outfarm you, the Sniper's gonna outfarm you. You're just gonna... I guess they don't have too much flash farm, but I don't know. I just don't think their heroes are good mid-game with the builds that they go. And the game's gonna get really awkward as a result. So the Monkey King gets kicked out of lane, which is one of the crazy things about Brood Monkey King. Even though it's like a quote-unquote counter, you're still afraid of the spiders. The Boundless Strike level 1 does not one-shot all of the spiders. I think it kills the small ones, but not the big ones, if I'm not mistaken. I don't even know if it kills the small ones with his current items. Ugh, this rotation is so awkward. It's a good play, though. They get it done. They get the job done. But he's like half HP, which is so awkward, because he could get ganked. He's half HP with no way to heal, so he has to hope that they can't like TP in and kill him. Which it looks like they can, but okay. Brood goes into their jungle, Sniper comes bottom. Zai's having complete free farm this game. Like, it's a really, really free Brood game at this point. As I don't really know why he goes mid. I guess it's because the Sniper goes bottom. This feels like an overforce to me. I think he feels like the Quap is like really weak to Brood Spiderlings because of the Dagger Max, so maybe he's trying to like cause some issues, but to me it feels like just like too much. It's just too much. I think he ends up coming to the same conclusion. We'll see if he goes back bottom eventually. I mean, I would expect him to go back mid. Your hero's pretty good against Quap, as they kind of find his career here, so nothing too crazy as Rez was going to kick him out. So they're trying to bully the Brood out a little bit. They're trying to make some plays. All right, so I think we're going to see our first major game-winning sequence come out from Liquid here. They set up on a bot push really, really quickly. They have the pipe on the Brood, so he's ready to go, right? Zai really seems to like the pipe on the Brood, and I think the big reason why for him is over the Wraith Pact is it's not necessarily that much cheaper. It is cheaper, but it's not that much cheaper. The big thing I think is that it keeps the spiders alive. The Wraith Pact doesn't necessarily do that, but with the pipe, certain nukes won't kill the spiders, right? Like Primal Beast Trample won't immediately kill them, so you can actually get your damage out without the spiders resistance to dying. So I kind of like the pipe for that reason too. But here we'll see actually him TP into a fight with no spiders, so talking about spiders, who cares about spiders? He'll just TP in. But the big thing here is they take this bottom top fight, but they were so fast to the bottom push with the Brood that they get the tower. Unfortunately, they weren't able to get the outpost, which I think is the main reason in which taking the tier 2 is like particularly valuable. But they take this fight, Mickey goes down. However, they get the Quap in return. So Quap overextends a little bit. It's really not a good Quap game, I feel like. Quap's so awful against Sniper. That matchup, I don't know, I think it sucks. You blink anywhere and you just get peeped to death because your armor's not that good, right? Like he has like, I mean, he went Witchblade to help to deal with it, but like still, you only have what, 14? I mean, it's not horrible. Like it's definitely playable, but it's rough, it's tough. If you mess up a little bit, you just die. And now they kind of swing the map a bit. So they take the bottom tier 2. So now it like bottom's a little bit hard for Secret to play because there's no tower. If anyone goes bottom, they're pretty stranded. As we'll see the fight break out here. Let's see how this plays out. I think they're feeling strong. It's like we got our pipe. We can just pipe up everyone. So the pipe onto the spiders there, and you can see the scream doesn't kill the spiders. Now he can go onto the Brood, do a lot of pressure to the Brood. Tiny ends up going down. Not a bad fight. I think the Sniper wasn't there immediately. That was kind of the reason why that wasn't that great. So not terrible. I mean, what Liquid's doing is kind of surprising. They're like really forcing this this play. I feel like if I was them, I would be playing more around getting my Brood Spiders going bottom and getting my Wraith Pact before doing all this. I just feel like Zai was, I don't know, he played a very sacrificial game this game. I guess he was maybe afraid of the tempo of Secret because they have a very fast-paced comp. They have like Monkey King, you know what I mean? Like a bunch of heroes that can make moves around the map. And this Monkey King really caught up. He's having like, he's pretty decent on net worth now, so props to Chrysalis. This guy's a beast when it comes to farming it out. You know, it's no surprise they came in second place. He's a great player. But okay, Tiny going for, he actually went for a Blink first build this game, which I respect. He can just play tempo and then try to scale afterwards, which is kind of what he's doing as they find Puppy here. Like, this is what I mean. This is like the worst silencer game of all time. Like, the global doesn't protect you for shit. You're against Sniper Brood. Like, he puts Silk and Bully, you global, and it's like, oh, nice. They can't save him. Like, what are they gonna do to save him there? Commit? Like, no, you don't want to commit in like that, right? So like now they just set up on these towers. So thankfully the Boundless does kill the spiders, so you can deal with the spiders a little bit. Did they get the Aegis? So yeah, now they also got the Aegis onto the Sniper as they find, oh, how do they do that? How do they catch the Quap like that? So they do smoke up on 3. Oh, they just see her. Yeah, okay, they just find her. Easy play, very easy execution. Simple kill, very simple kill. And now they push that top side. In the meanwhile, the Sniper feels comfortable mid. He's got the Pike, and he's got the backup of the Brood with the pipe, so he doesn't feel like there's like any way he dies, and I agree. Like if they try to kill the Sniper, it's gonna take them literally 20-30 seconds if they actually try to kill him. And that's like crazy, right? You hit a Sniper, you're like, what? This guy insta-dies, right? No, he doesn't. He has a Pike, 1600 HP, pipe, you know, Silk and Bola, Aegis, right? That guy's gonna take forever to kill. So it just doesn't play out like that, and they're gonna close down the map now. They're trying to get the tier 2s, so they're basically trying to close down the game in terms of tier 2s. That's what Liquid's going for here. I actually don't exactly love the way they're doing it. I mean, I'm not going to say I fully understand exactly how to close down the map right now. It's something I'm still trying to figure out, how to play it as fast as you can, as he's going to send the spiders through the jungle. This is something you can do too on Brood that just gives so much vision. You can just tell your team where everyone is. It's so nuts. I even think that like the fact that the Jakiro gets called bottom is kind of surprising. You see that no one's top. You see that the spiders didn't find anyone here. You know they're here, right? Like you should know they're here. So I don't know if he was baiting on Jakiro. I don't know. I think that's him just not reading the map right, because he definitely should not die there. At least not like that. You could die on Jakiro and bait, but I don't think he should have died like that. But the Brood's going to send out the spiders. You see what I mean? You scout the Nyx, and okay, he'll probably die here. Unfortunately, it looks like maybe it was a smoke. Yeah, so it was a smoke. Probably a bit of a misplay from Zai. He should get... So his team shows bottom. They know they're bottom. Like, Secret knows they can swing the map, especially after Jakiro kill. He should probably have, like, rotated out. I mean, it's hard to say exactly where they are, but there's no way... If you get caught at all, you can't... There's nowhere to run away to. You're going to get found. So I think this is obviously misplay. He also should have sent the spiders way earlier, a bit slow on that, and then he shows on the mid wave. So yeah, I think that was a bit misplayed from Zai. I mean, it's once again, hindsight's 2020. It's easier said than done to do everything I said. I'm just trying to talk from like what I think is optimal, because I think that's a bit fucked up there. Okay, they're gonna, good plays from Secret, good pickoffs, trying to secure some map control back. Still a 2k deficit, and I will say this is why I don't like Primal that much. I'm gonna keep it real. I think the hero does a ton of damage, but like I've started to like playing Primal less and less, because I feel like when I play against Pipe Wraith Pact, I just don't do enough damage sometimes. And that's how it feels. Like you go in and then they just live, and it's like, oh, okay, great, right? Like that's how it feels. It's just like you're not providing any auras to your team. Where this like Wraith Pact is just giving Vlads to the Tiny and to the Sniper. They're hitting harder, right? And the Tiny loves Vlads. It's so much extra base damage. It's good with the Sniper too. Sniper has a good amount of base damage. You're providing the pipe. It's just so much survivability that the other team just does not have. You're just way more survivable, right? Way more survivable. As we'll see a good go onto the back line. Wraith Pact gonna go down. This is actually probably a decent fight for Secret, as he has to kite out a tad. So, okay. This looks like maybe a decent fight. How does this one play out? Let's actually watch it from the perspective of the Sniper. Let's watch Matumba Man stand still and click. He's got the Daedalus now. He's really strong. He's gonna pop Zyax onto Chrysalis, and Chrysalis has to be careful now. That's why it's so funny. Sometimes you don't even realize you're dying to Sniper when you're dying to Sniper. So he's eating it up. The Monkey King doing a good job there of surviving. I see Pikes into... Oh, is that really what you want? Oh, I guess it is. He just realizes he can kill him through the Wukongs. The armor doesn't matter. Matumba Man manning up! Mask of Madness! Oh, he's dead. But it doesn't matter, and he just lives through it. And that's partially because of the Vlads. It's also because Sniper's just a nutty-ass hero. I feel like this hero does so much in the right games. And they commit so hard onto him, but like that's what I mean, the survivability. That extra bit of survivability. This pipe, if there's no pipe here, this Tiny's dead. And you can argue, oh, if the Brood just does more damage, he also wouldn't die. Like there's an argument for that. So it's not like, oh, the only way to win fights is by surviving. Like you can do just more damage too. I just have seen, it's not that the Brood doesn't do any damage too. This insatiable hunger makes you hit pretty hard. Like you can zone out the backline so easily, and that's what he's doing. The Silencer is so afraid, and like he's doing good damage to the Quap too. Like look at these nukes. He definitely caught the Quap off guard with the nukes there, as once again, he just zones out this Silencer, just completely tearing up the backline, making it so hard for them to play. Yeah, they're trying to ignore him, but he's like kills off your Quap, does half damage to Quap, completely zones out Silencer, then kills off the Nyx at the end, so it's just easy money. And I also really like the Shard on Brood, because some games on Brood, they'll ignore you and try to kill your teammates, and you can buy Shard and it makes you hit like really hard. Even with no attack speed, it feels pretty good. It's something I've been experimenting with, like Drum's Shard. Okay, Mickey on is Tiny, clearing up some waves. Not going for the Shard, which I agree with. I think Shard on Tiny most games is bad. It's just too much gold for like, it doesn't do anything really in team fights because you don't really hit too much more than 5 times on average. So I don't love it. And so he's going for the Axe instead, which I think is way, way better. As they're going to put the Spiderlings onto the tower. Just super tanky Spiderlings, eating it up. A little bit. Okay, so he's going for a Hex on the Brood as well. Interesting. I guess he feels that it enables him to solo kill the Silencer, which is true. And it also just kind of protects the Sniper as well, right? Anything to protect the Sniper is pretty key, as the Sniper is going to get eventually his BKB. Did go for a damage build, a little bit surprising, but okay, fight breaks out here. We'll see Mickey on the jump. Is this a good fight for them? It's aggressive. They're playing the hill ward, but Sniper's not in the area. They're going to jump onto Rezo. They get the follow-up. They're going to try to burst him, but they don't. So he gets off his BKB, which is pretty good, usually. As they actually get on top of Matu. This could be the fight for them. Yeah. That was definitely a mistake from Liquid. They gave a very clear opportunity to get onto the Sniper, and they jumped the Primal Beast when they didn't have the proper follow-up. So definitely a mistake. If you're going to jump Primal, I mean, I guess they felt that they maybe could kill him, but they kind of changed. They stacked their stuns a bit too, and they didn't have the Sniper follow-up. So good play from Secret to find the Sniper there. Get on top of that key target and take him out. This is a wild. All right, Matumba Man's a chat. Look at this. He gets the assassinate on the Quap. Actually doesn't kill her. He's going for the Silencer. He's like, all right, kill this guy. Gets Wukong. Shit doesn't matter. You think I care about Wukong? I got a Vlad's. I got Mask of Madness Lifesteal. I got a team behind me. I got a tag team. I got a pipe. Think I care? Just mans up, insta kills him. Wraith Pact also reducing the damage. Doesn't care. He doesn't care at all. But alright, thank you guys for watching. That's going to be it in today's video. I just want to talk about this game. I just love watching these pro games and talking. Hopefully you guys really appreciate this content as well and just like this sort of style. If you do, please smash the like button. Let me know that you enjoy this like pro analysis. Obviously, we're all kind of waiting for the patch. I know, we're all waiting for the patch. I'm waiting for the patch too. I'm going to make some patch videos, try out some new builds, talk about some new heroes and what you can do. So hopefully that will come sooner than later so I can just spam videos on the patch. I'm just hyped for that. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
And that's all, but remember, before you leave, come on, before you tune out, subscribe to the Game Leap website where we are going to help you get to the next rank. If you're stuck, click the link down below, and I'm out. Peace.